Zatari refugee camp. This is Jordan's largest camp. In fact, it's one of the world's most populous camps. Some 150,000 people live here, and they are made up of Syrian refugees fleeing violence.
داخل مخيم معبر باب السلامي سيارة مفخخة داخل معبر باب السلامي ضمن مخيم الناس.
These tents have been erected by the United Nations Refugee Agency. The white canvas beats heavily against the wind in this desert north of Jordan. They appear neat and clean, and that's because they're no older than 6 months. Zatari isn't the only refugee camp in Jordan. The country hosts displaced people from all over the Middle East, including Palestinians who have been here since the 1948 Middle East conflict. They are some of the world's oldest in terms of the duration of their displacement. We live in a world where refugees are created every day. Zatari alone welcomes 400 new refugees from the Syrian conflict each day. Across the world, whether from conflicts in Burma, Congo, Somalia, or as a result of natural disasters in the Philippines, Pakistan, Turkey, hundreds of people lose their homes and become refugees. They travel, often by foot, to neighbouring lands where they face hostility from local communities, joblessness, and an uncertain future. Many of them end up living in temporary accommodation in shanty makeshift towns for decades. Families are raised, children grow into teenagers, and teenagers find new love, marry, and have their own families. All within their refugee communities, all within a life of canvas. Aid agencies across the world have pledged not to abandon them. Every day, truckloads of economic aid drive into various camps across the world. Everything from food to toys, medical aid to clothing. The world is ready and willing to send huge funds to try and make life just a little better for the millions we call refugees. Where they can, relief workers enter refugee camps and makeshift towns and tend to 1,000 kind of needs. And every few months, the United Nations and other international relief organisations send new tents. Hundreds of them. Their pointy tops dot the desert. The thick white canvas provides comfort from harsh weather conditions, but only for a while. This is Zatari a few months ago. The Middle East saw one of its coldest winters last year. Temperatures dropped to -7 degrees in some parts of Jordan, and a thick layer of snow covered the camp. For Zatari's residents, any kind of extreme weather is bad news.
By God, the situation is horrible. We need fuel, tents, but no one offers us anything.
I don't have blankets for my children. I don't have anyone to help me with them. I come out in the snow to make things for them. What can I do? Look at this war and what it's done to us. I don't even have a proper tent. We need proper tents and food for the kids. In this harsh winter, how can they eat? How can they live?
Across on the other side of Syria is Turkey, where more refugees cross over every day. The Turkish government, dealing with far fewer refugees than Jordan, has taken a different approach to Syrian refugees. It has begun housing them in containerised homes. From afar, they look like ordinary containers, which you might find on a ship, but a closer inspection reveals windows and doorknobs. The features are basic, but it's a far cry from living inside a tent. Container homes aren't unique to Turkey. In Lebanon, some relief organisations managed to lobby the government to allow them to set up container cities. Hundreds of newly built, sturdy containers replaced the flimsy tents that once pitched here. It wasn't easy. It took the groups months to convince the Lebanese government to allow them to start using containers. Last year, the Swedish furniture chain IKEA hit the headlines with its flat pack refugee housing units. The company, known for its cost-efficient and easy-to-assemble products, released these images of what the flat pack units would look like. Container Homes is something Al Imdad Foundation, a South African charity, have started working with. The organisation says it fits with their ethos of serving the world's needy by giving them sustainable products, long-term solutions to what are inevitably long-term problems.
The change, it's a significant change. And when you look immediately, you will also find that there are tents, villages, but of tent villages. And that is one of the reasons as to why the Al Imdad Foundation embarked on this project of bringing about a containerized village. I think it's much more better, and I'm sure you will agree with me, it's a bit more better to say to live in something semi-permanent than living in a tent.
In December last year, the charity's British wing inaugurated the first containerised village to be donated by UK donors. In the snow-covered plains of northern Syria, a team of aid workers opened the doors to 100 new homes. The Turkish charity İHA, which delivers all aid projects inside Syria on behalf of international charities, showed our cameras around the village.
We are now inside Syria on the outskirts of the city of Elbo, about 500 meters from the Turkish border. In this area, which is called Ash-Shuhada, the organization İHA has installed 600 container homes with electricity and running water. In this row, there are 100 container homes, and they are fully prepared to receive refugees. The Syrian people come to the Turkish borders. Some of them who have passports enter the country. Some remain at the borders. So we have these containers to accommodate them. That's why İHA makes sure there are enough homes at the borders. This container can house up to 6 people. We have 6 mattresses and 6 pillows and 6 blankets. They also have a fridge, a light and a fan. Inshallah, once this container opens, we will be giving priority to widows and orphans. In each area of the camp, there is a communal kitchen, laundry, a hospital, and a school where there is a playground with the basketball facilities. We are now in the kitchen. Every day we cook for displaced Syrians. We prepare 2 meals every day and then distribute the food around the camp. Take a look at how they prepare the food. The residents of the camp prepare the food themselves. All of our ingredients come from Turkey. The kitchen was designed to cater for 5,000 to 10,000 people that are fed every day from the facility.